Yeah, okay, I guess I'm going. Okay.
What's up, Michael?
Hey, Chris. You're an awful person.
You love it when I call you Michael.
I hate, bro. I'm not you being called Michael anymore. It's just Coppola at this point.
Oh, so Michael's your dead name?
Yes, it's my dead name. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me in my time.
Yeah, no problem. It's just Coppola now.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I hate it when people say Christopher.
Yeah, I don't really call anyone Chris. Like, I just call him Chris.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
Hart.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you. So now we're gonna, instead of talking about our insecurities right now, let's go to the real topic. You brought up something very interesting to me, and I think it's pretty funny in a way.
It's funny.
I don't know. Listen, you go right ahead, lead it off. I don't know.
So if you've seen the news, you know that BTS, the South Korean boy band, that's like very, very popular, like in Korea and in the United States. They all have to join the South Korean military. That's because the rule is, like I said earlier, is by the time you're 28 in South Korea, you have to serve at least 18 months in the military, and they're not excused from that.
All right. Did I say I thought that was funny? I think it's messed up, and I shouldn't have said funny.
I'm not sure if it's messed up because like it's like that's like the country's rules.
Yeah, I think it's funny because I didn't expect that from a boy band just to happen like that. They're like, "Oh, you're getting shipped off." Like, forget about everything.
Imagine like coming home from tour and it's like you get a letter in the mail saying it's time to go to the
See
front
ya.
lines. It's time to go to basic training.
Yeah, that must be. So they can't get out of it. No, there's no way.
Some people are saying they should get out of it because like the billions of dollars that BTS puts in the South Korean economy.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, so just because you're famous, you can skip like your patriotic duty.
I mean, you can look at it both perspectives. They are helping their economy in a way, but to make it, I feel like if they wouldn't get enlisted, I mean, some people would think it's fair because it's helping out the economy, but also some people would think it's like making it an equality thing because that might cause corruption in South Korea. You know what I mean? People are gonna it's already messed up over there. And imagine that.
I think it's a slippery slope of like how famous do you have to be in order to evade like the military service.
Like imagine if say if we had the same rules aspect and that happened here, I think it would blow up to
oh my god, people would run to Twitter and be like, I did this so I shouldn't have to.
Yeah, it would be crazy. It's like honestly, I wouldn't have when you texted me that, I was like, no way.
But I mean, at least in their case, it makes sense because it's purely, at least it seems, because it's purely out of tensions with North Korea. Like they have an enemy at their borders, like on the other side of the island.
Yeah,
that's close.
That's a war that never ended. Like to this day.
Oh yeah.
It's all ceasefire.
Well, it's a ceasefire, but like I have my hand hovering over the button. The big
exactly,
button.
But it's both ways. I mean, I would consider them lucky. Now you're probably thinking, why am I considering them lucky? In other countries and in the United States, you have people that are in the military. They're there for more than 18 months.
Yeah.
Standard.
At least in the U.S. though, they volunteered. Almost as like a draft, obviously, or that.
Yeah.
They're not getting conscripted.
That's also true too. Like, there's probably people in South Korea that would genuinely want to join earlier. Now think about it like this: they're probably there longer, but if they're just doing it for that time, I mean, if it's part of their protocol, because if it was part of our protocol, we would have to be ready for it too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're lucky in a way. If it was bound to happen eventually, I feel like they knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, and then it's like they have to serve a total of 18 months. So it's like, could I have just banged out like 2 months at a time? Like, okay, like you know what? I'm not doing much.
I don't think it works like that.
So you think you have to do the 18 months like one shot?
Well, just coming from a personal standpoint, my brother who's involved in the military, he's on a contract 6 years straight. Nothing. You don't.
Is that the minimum? Because I hear a lot of people talk about 6
so
years.
It depends. Say, I think because the program he wanted to do 6 years flat, he didn't end up doing it, but he's staying with it. He could re-enlist if he wanted to, but he said after the 6 years, he's done.
Done completely?
Yeah.
Let's say he gets like the pension and all that. I'm assuming like
I'm not sure 100% how it works, but I'm assuming. But afterwards, he's going to get like a different job after that. So again, I think they're a little bit more lucky considering if they were bound to do it, you do it in a short period of time. Because nowadays, when you hear people that are volunteering in our country or just any other country in general, you usually see them in there for years to come. Yeah. It's not like a year and a half thing and you're done.
I think it's gotta be scary because of the tensions with North Korea.
Oh, like that I understand too.
But then it's also like, are they getting like readily deployed? Like, I'm not sure if what's the differences between the U.S. military and the South Korean one.
There's probably a lot of differences. I think they
Like,
just
I'm just
needed.
curious, like what like the boot camp is, where they're getting deployed, and like how strenuous it is.
I just think it's a matter of security wise. Because listen, we have. I'm pretty sure this like the United States has their security, like the military all worldwide. You know what I mean? We have bases all over the place. I think it's just a matter of like security purposes, just keeping the borders in check, blah blah blah. If anything, God forbid, anything happens. So yes, South Korea. I think we both know a lot has happened over there. It's not the best economy
Well,
and everything.
even think about, you said the U.S. is everywhere. The U.S. was in like South Korea.
Yeah, that too. You know what I mean? We were helping out over there too. So it's a matter of, I think it's just more of a security purpose. God forbid. You know what I mean?
So it's a personal question, so you don't have to answer it. Like your brother in the military, has he gotten like deployed anywhere like overseas that you know of?
So how it worked was the first 2 years he doing whatever.
He
Like
stayed in the U.S.
he stayed in the U.S. Then he, I don't know if you remember this or not. It was it last summer or 2 summers
I
ago?
remember seeing him once. Like he had a cool like tattoo on his arm and all that.
Not last summer. All right, not this summer. The last summer, he went on a 9-month deployment.
Do you know where?
I'm not gonna say where just because of like, you know what I mean?
It's classified.
Yeah. So wherever he went, he was overseas. He was visiting all these places or whatever, blah blah blah. And actually, it's funny how it worked. They would, we could see where the boat was, but it was delayed.
Oh, like you
see
like,
what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
what kind of like I'm like Google Maps, like you see like where he is on the map. Wow, I didn't know you.
So no, it's for anywhere. I'm sure. Like, say if like your family wants to check in, or whatever, blah blah blah. It's a matter. It's just like, say if we look, he's not there anymore. You know what I mean? No, not to say it like that. Like, it's delayed for that reason.
Of course,
It's for safety precautions. So if we say, for example, I'm just picking a random location. Say if he was in Hawaii, we saw that he's in Hawaii. He's probably not there the day of we're looking.
He was probably like Hawaii like 2 months ago. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So we know where he is.
I mean, it's gotta be better than nothing, right?
Yeah. And when we saw him when the boat pulled in, it was like they had like a good ceremony. My whole family was crying when we saw him. It was hilarious because we hadn't seen him in 9 months. You know what they did? It's really funny. So they had no Wi-Fi on the boat.
Oh,
because think about it. Think about when you're on a cruise ship. You have no Wi-Fi.
Well, then also, I mean, like hackers and all that. Like, oh, they use the Wi-Fi to pinpoint the location of the vessel and all that.
Well, not even that. It's just the boat was outdated. There was no Wi-Fi on it. So one of his friends, they had Wi-Fi on the boat, so they could call, blah blah blah. And they had phones on there where they could do like calls a day. They would like pay for it on a card. The funny thing was, one of the kids, some of the kids were really good with computers. So there was like so where they slept, there was like under the ship. Now you're gonna think this is funny.
Like steerage, like
so
below deck.
In a way, they found this hole, and they're right above the water. Now listen, like they're right above the water. The grates, like they're right above the water. They're in this little hidey hole, and they got a signal. Some of the kids like did some wiring thing. It was able to get a signal. They were calling in a hole to their families, letting them. It was funny because we thought he was joking, but no, he was being serious. That they would go into a hole, like into the ship, mind you, and they were able to get a signal in there. And he's talking to us over the water, blah blah blah. And my mom's just every time calling like, "Oh my god!" Like
he's like huddled up in the ball in the hole, just like
that's how I pictured it. It with a blanket, blah blah blah. He's like, "Yeah, it's good. I'm just freezing. That's it." No, but back to it. BTS though. I mean, again, if it was coming, then I get it. If it was like, maybe if this was something new that just they started, then I would understand more. But if this
seems like old policy, and like they are South Korean citizens, so I'm sure they knew.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it was expected to come, then I say, hey, I think we could pause. Well, they're gonna have no choice, I feel like, unless they can get out of it somehow. But again, I think it will cause a lot of corruption. But just do it. You know what I mean? Just do it for a little bit, and that's it. Then you can go back to what you were doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think there's like 7 members, something like that. So like
six or seven, yeah.
like
and it gives them. I feel like it gives them good publicity too, in a way.
True, but like, how far can good publicity go as compared to them just going on tour and being a band or whatever?
Again, it can go either way. You know what I mean? I mean, what do you think? Do you think that they're better off? Do you? I don't know. Do you think they're better off just doing it, like not complaining about it, or do you think that there's better off staying as a band for now?
I think honestly, I think they should go because it's not a new policy. It seemed like an older one,
Mm-hmm.
and they're citizens. You know what I mean? They benefited from the infrastructure of South Korea around them.
And honestly, considering for South Korea, they came out pretty good.
What, like
they're-
financially?
Yeah, because think about like
Yeah.
obviously they're putting money towards the economy again, but think about it. Like a lot of stuff's going on in South Korea, and they were fortunate enough to get out, like they're making music, they're making money, and also they're putting it back towards the place that they came from.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I feel like they're very fortunate. I think it's good that they're giving back also. If they eventually had to do it that way, then I don't see the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at all the headlines they made sure to notify that it's South Korean males. So I'm not sure.
Only males?
I think so. I would have to double check. I don't want to like talk too much, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But yeah, they definitely made a point that like South Korean males. So I'm like, I guess.
I mean, maybe for women it's a little bit. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm making an
we
assumption.
don't live in South Korea.
Yeah, we don't live in South Korea.
I would love to go though. It seems really nice.
Are you being serious or sarcastic?
Well, I would love to go just see the world. I mean,
no, listen. I don't know how. I've never been there. Have you seen those like? Have you seen people trying to? Have you seen those documentaries? People are trying to escape North Korea. They have to blur out their faces and everything. Blah blah blah. Like, I know. Like, again, I'd rather be in South Korea and North Korea. Definitely.
Oh yeah. If I had the choice.
Rather that,
Yeah.
but
The man child with the nukes or BTS? Yeah, I'm gonna pick BTS.
he's not even South Korea, just BTS.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
Oh god, it's sick. So
Yo, were you able to find the 2 images for Creed 3?
I was supposed to look that up. Damn it.
Yeah. So they released just the 2 images. It's Michael B. Jordan, and he looks like he's in good shape. Like he looks the same as he did in, like, the last
it's
one.
a boxing movie. I hope they're in good shape.
Yeah.
They don't look like
No,
a tub
but
of lard.
None of the plot has been revealed, but like the antagonist played by Jonathan Majors, scary, jacked. Like his muscles are tight, man.
Make sure you're making me so insecure about myself.
You should. You're gonna feel like less of a man when you see this.
Do you feel like less of a man?
Oh yeah.
Even before?
Yeah, a little bit before, but this really drove it home.
Don't worry, I'm the same way. Damn, what the hell?
Yeah.
This movie's probably done already, and we're looking.
Oh,
Are you sure he's not in the 3rd movie?
What?
Sylvester Stallone.
He's not. He's not in that movie.
You sure?
Yeah, and now he's doing like some like mafia show on like Hulu or something like that, called like Tulsa Kings.
And what's this image that I'm looking at?
Okay, well that is from Creed 2.
Are you sure?
I watched that movie. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm just stupid. Yeah.
And then they were talking about doing some sort of like series about Ivan Drago, who's like the antagonist from the 4th one.
I think you told me about that. I'm curious to see how. Honestly, I'm gonna be very honest with you. My little brother, biggest Rocky fan ever. He watched all the movies. I didn't watch the movies.
You didn't watch them?
When I watch Creed, it gives me a little backstory to like what I didn't watch. So I watched it blind, basically, not knowing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I saw clips of like the old movies. I understood.
They had the perfect like 80s movies, like it's the 80s montage, push it to the limit, like that, like it's kind of cringy.
Yeah,
like Hulk Hogan's in the 3rd one.
Oh wait, I think
his
right.
character's like named like Thunder Lips or something like that.
Wait, is that when they do like the wrestling event? Is that what it is?
Yes. So in the beginning of the 3rd one, it's Rocky, and then
doesn't he toss him into the crowd?
Yeah. They do. It's a charity event.
Yeah, it's funny. And he goes, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Sorry, no."
Yeah, exactly.
I got carried away.
He's like, "We gotta do it for the kids. You know how it is."
Do it for the kids. You just see him lift him up and just toss him right into the crowd.
Yeah, then he goes, and then that movie Rocky goes fight Mr. T.
Yeah.
So it's like it's so 80s, and then the 4th one is like the most 80s like anti-Soviet Union movie.
Oh yeah, later on or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I think with when Creed came out, it really sparked back. I feel like
that was a while ago. That's like 2015, right?
Creed.
Yeah, Creed. I think the first came like
2017. 2018. I'm pretty
I
sure.
remember seeing that in theaters.
Yeah, I remember just because, like, we have sounds cheesy, but we have like we have like a family night thing, like where we'll
No,
all go.
like Sunday dinners and all that.
No,
Yeah.
not even that. Like, well, it's called Family Heart Night. Yeah.
Okay, now it sounds a little
It's a little
cheesy.
cheesy.
You guys
Yeah.
do game night too?
Not, once in a while. Don't laugh at me. So we went out. We all went to see the movie, and we were just like, "Wow, this is really good." or
Yeah, the
whatever.
first one's really good. The second one's not that great, to be honest.
I thought it was honestly. I thought it was pretty good.
And then with this one, Michael B. Jordan's also directing it. Like his first time ever like directing it.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's directing his own movie. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, Stallone directed all the Rocky movies.
He directed them himself?
Yeah, he even wrote the script for the first one. Like, he was like really homeless and like living in his car and all that. Like, and he had written the script, and like the studio was like, okay, we'll buy it for like $30,000. He's like, you know what? I'll make the movie myself. And like he raised the money, and then it became the Rocky movie, which is one of the greatest movies of all time, obviously.
True. Yeah, I can't wait to watch it just because I watched the other two.
Yeah.
Really good movies. Really
Yeah.
good movies.
I even not too long ago, they were doing it was Rocky 4, but they added like all the deleted scenes and took some scenes out, and they put it in theaters, and I saw it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
Rocky 4, they showed it in like recently they did this?
yeah, it was reshoots. It was like, so they gave more scenes of like Rocky and his wife, like more drama, like more stuff like that. And then they redid the fight, because if you watch Rocky 4, some of those punches aren't landing. Like it's blatantly obvious
That they just missed.
Yeah, exactly. Like they cock back, and like they do like an awesome like ESPN 30 for 30 like satire. It's like they were punching each other so hard that looks like the wind of the punches was hitting them.
That's actually great.
Yes, like they redid like the fight scene like more modern technology and like cut around the scenes. If also you remember Rocky 4, there's a robot for some reason. They got rid of the robot. Rocky gets his brother-in-law Paulie a robot for his birthday.
Oh my god, that sounds funny.
Yeah, the very 80s.
Yeah, no, but I actually just looked it up right now. Looks pretty interesting, and it's coming out March 3rd, I believe, March 2nd, something like that.
I think it's the 3rd.
Something like that. So I have that to look forward to watching. I'm trying to think what other movies. The new Halloween movie.
I heard like so many mixed things about that.
I heard it's really honestly, my brother went to go see it.
He did?
Yeah, he said it was. I don't like horror movies.
I love horror movies. I love movies.
I watched one of the like last year's Halloween.
Yeah, so there was.
It didn't seem. Again, I'm a chicken. I'll be straight blunt about it. I'm a chicken. It didn't seem that scary. And the next one, I'm not gonna do a spoiler, obviously, because that's messed up. But he said it wasn't that good.
Yeah, a lot.
And it's always hyped up that he's gonna die.
Yeah,
and he comes back to life.
Well, that's horror movies in general, especially like the slasher ones.
And he just murders everybody. I don't know if did you see the last Halloween?
I saw like the one before this one that's out right now? Yeah, I saw it.
All right.
I saw it
if you didn't watch it right now, whoever's listening to this, you get beat. At the end, you see they all corner him. They're beating the crap out of him and everything. Then next thing you know, he gets up and murders everybody.
Yeah, that one kind of got like cringy. And then they were like, the more he murders, the more powerful he becomes.
Yeah, but you.
Oh yeah, he's
swinging at somebody. Boom! Right to the head, knocked out. They're all like beating the crap out of him. But then you saw at the end, he gets up
and he
murdered everybody. There was like 15 people there. He just killed everybody.
But they all make the same dumb mistake where they're like, "Is he dead?" And then they step too close to him, and he's like, "No, I'm alive." And then he grabs him by the foot and starts like messing them up.
Yeah. Then you saw also at the end of the movie, we see again. I'm not the best with names with it. Because I came onto the scene a little bit later about it.
I'm not even good with names. I've seen those movies before.
At the end, we see the mother.
Yeah.
I'll just say the granddaughter's daughter, the mother of the daughter.
Laurie Strode's daughter.
Yeah. So some of the story behind it is that Michael Myers, his sister or whatever, still resides in the room, whatever.
Okay, so the timeline is very messed up. So like there was like the old Halloween timeline, okay?
Yeah.
Then the 2018 one comes out and they said no. Everything past the first movie no longer counts. So the new timeline is just the one from 1978, 2018, the one before this one, and now this current one.
Yeah, my brother was trying to explain to me that it's all all screwed up.
Yeah, and then there's two reboots that are like in a totally different area. And like one anthology movie. Yeah, it gets confusing.
So I think the bottom line of it was something where back like apparently Michael Myers is the kid's spirit trapped and he doesn't know how to handle himself. But
Is
he's
that real? That sounds dumb. That
no, no,
sounds
no. I apparently he's a spirit. Apparently he's a kid. Believe it or not. Apparently that
like a kid's mentality. Like he has a mental capacity of
he
a child.
yes, and he doesn't know how to. I want to say he doesn't know how to express himself, and he just ends up taking. I heard something that it's a kid. It's a kid. So bottom line is at the end of the movie we see that we see her looking at the window.
Yeah.
And we see a little girl staring out the window. And what are you doing every horror movie? Of course you're gonna go see what it looks like what's up there.
Also, like, why did she go up there?
She
Like,
and
she went there for no reason, and she
by
like,
herself.
yeah.
I don't think it would have made a difference anyway, to be honest with you. But went up there by herself after everyone got murdered and everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, while
She
they
saw
still
the-
haven't found Michael at that point.
Exactly. Went up to the house by herself after
After he murdered those 15 people.
the daughter's boyfriend got murdered.
Oh,
the
he got
daughter's father
brutally-
got
yeah.
the daughter's boyfriend's father got murdered.
And the daughter's father also got murdered too, I think.
I thought it was the boyfriend's father.
Both of them.
Oh crap.
Yeah, so
really?
after he kills 30 people, she's like, let me stand exactly where he was standing.
And next thing you know, Shank dead.
Yeah, it was so dumb. And like, it's
I just said, I'm like, why did you go up there by yourself?
like, there's very few movies where after I'm done watching, I'm like, that was a bad movie. That was a bad movie. That was like one of the few exceptions where I'm like, that just wasn't good.
I just said, I'm like, why? You
Such
know
a
what I mean?
letdown because like the one from 2018 is amazing.
Is it really?
It's
I
so
haven't
good.
had the privilege to watch it because I'm chicken.
Yeah, and then I think Michael Myers, he's supposed to represent like the boogeyman, like the inevitable. So like when you're saying he's a child in a man's body or whatever, that just sounds stupid to me. It makes him so much less scary then.
But I think that's what was being like. That's the story behind it of like why he's so messed up or whatever. Like he's trying to play, but then you know what I mean? It's just weird.
On a side note, I'm just laughing because someone came through like the glass thing and like they looked to the right and saw we were recording and like you can't even see the people that are there for the most part. And
Actually, now you can see it because the camera's usually not this
Oh,
angled.
okay.
Yeah, so now if people
She-
just walk by, they can just.
she
they'll be like-
looked and like she ducked, like she didn't know what
ran.
to do.
Honestly,
She's like a deer in headlights.
Honestly, if a kid just came through this window right now, I wouldn't care.
Yeah,
I think it'd be
it's
pretty
a hallway. I can't deal. and
No,
then
I'm
people
saying if
move
the kid
right
jumped
there.
through the window, I don't.
Oh yeah, like, as long as they don't like do anything too crazy.
Yeah, no, but I get with the Halloween movie. The last one I saw, it didn't seem anything scary.
I think it's hard because like at the end of the day, he's just a guy with a knife, and like look at all the horror movies now. Like, have you seen Smile?
I
I saw
don't like
that.
horror movies. I heard that pretty good.
It's really good. Like I saw it in theaters, and like it's so like unsettling. It's really gruesome too, like really bloody.
Yeah. What about was it Black Phone?
Yes, that's
the one I wanted to see.
Oh my god, I saw that, and like it's just so unsettling because like it deals like with child kidnapping. Like that's a big thing of it.
Now, just correct me if I'm wrong. I think the plot behind it was he captured him, right? He's in this room,
Yeah, he gets
and
a
the
kid in
telephone
basement.
calls are recorded from the last victims, right?
Yeah, so it's he's in the basement, and then a black telephone in the basement starts ringing, and when he picks up the phone, it's the kidnappers' past kid victims, and what they're doing is
Helping him.
yeah, exactly. They're trying to help him get out the basement.
Okay.
It's so like it's not even like oh him being in the basement is the scary part. It's like the opening, like the white van, like it's
Just
like,
him getting kidnapped.
exactly like you realize how scary of a concept like kidnapping is, especially child kidnapping.
Like nowadays, yeah, completely. No, honestly, it's crazy. So I haven't watched it again, but does the kid get out at the end?
Honestly, I stopped watching because I was doing something else while watching that movie.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I can't talk about that on the air.
Oh my god, I wanna. All right, I didn't need to hear that. What is
Why?
wrong
That
with
would
you?
mean I didn't say anything.
Wait, why
you
during
pressed
the-
the question?
Why during the movie?
Huh?
Why during the
You're
movie?
thinking something different. You're what you're thinking is not what I was doing.
Then what were you doing during the movie?
I can't say.
All right, let's just move on from that. I don't even want to know what I'm implying or you're implying. Just cut it off. Next.
All right. Well, what's next? I'm hyped because when I was waiting for you, as I always do, you're always like
Do not start with me. You are late too.
When was I ever late? I was never late.
Don't start with me.
I was never late.
Emily, has he been late? Has he been late?
Right. It's always me on that couch waiting for Chris until like the last. Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
No, he's been late a couple times. That's some BS.
I've maybe been late once.
Once?
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I was getting my gains in the gym, but I'm still small, so I got to work on it.
You want to get that six pack that
Shut
Michael
up.
Jordan
Shut
had?
up. I'm bulking now. That's it.
Dude, you can cut meat on those.
Moving on. So, my beloved Yankees are hanging by.
Dude, this postseason has been crazy, man.
I can't believe the game got postponed. I thought
That's
they
the
were going
second game that's gotten rained out, right? Or like postponed.
Dude, it's the last game of the series. It needs to end. They're
Yeah.
playing at 4 today. I thought it was going to end yesterday and just call it quits. That I think they should have just played it out later. But honestly, they would have been tired and everything,
I
so
saw
I get
someone
it.
snap of who he went to high school with. He went to the game, but they waited 2 hours.
Both my brothers were at the game
Okay,
yesterday.
yeah, I thought I saw something that had been posted by someone, you or a family member of yours. Like they were there for 2 hours and then it eventually got like postponed.
Yeah, my brother was sitting there for 2 and I was tight yesterday. I'm like, they're all going to the game. I'm doing this. I got work. Honestly, I didn't even do any schoolwork yesterday, so I should probably just. Then it got rained out. My brother's not even going to the game today. They're selling the tickets. I think my other brother might go. Not sure yet, but I'm just standing. I'm like,
well, usually when you buy tickets and the game it rains out, usually you can use them the next.
no, you use them the next day.
Yeah.
Like they could technically use them today.
But he can't take off work or whatever. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's 4 o'clock on a Tuesday. Like not a lot of people can go to that.
Yeah. Now
it's people that called out last night thinking they were going to watch the game and they didn't end up watching it.
Now, in your honest opinion, I know that you're a Mets fan. And I'm not gonna rub it. I'm not gonna rub it in your face again. I already took that pleasure last week. Who do you think is gonna win? And whoever wins, do you think they're gonna be good against the Astros?
Oh, the Guardians and Yankees.
Because I've been hearing no matter who wins today, and I agree with it too. Whoever wins today, they're not getting past the Astros.
Yeah, because the Astros have I guess a really good contract system or a very good farm system. It's the same team. It's been the same team since like 17 or 18.
When they got caught cheating?
Yes, exactly.
You know what someone said? They made a good point. They were a good team, got caught cheating, and are still a good team to this day. Like, I'll never forget when you came into school. So, for those who don't know, we went to Salesian High School, literally down the block.
We're talking about it. All right.
Down the block from Iona. And we had Jersey Day at school. And this kid decided, let me wear an Astros jersey after we found out about all the cheating. He got so much crap for it.
I got put in like 3 headlocks. Like people were shoving me. It was so fun. And if you realize that was a retro Astros jersey.
First of all, you said you were doing that, and you were like, "I want everyone to bust my chops about it." We all looked at you during class.
Like this, I was like, "Yeah, recognize Houston, baby."
Threw stuff at you, but
that was a retro jersey too. It had Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan hasn't played since like the '80s, and no one cared. I was like Astros. No one cared.
Yeah, because cheaters. Anyway,
it's still in my closet.
Honestly, I think everyone cheats. They just don't get caught.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about cheaters, remember. I think Tatis, he got like some sort of injury now. He's already banned for like 80 days something because of PEDs.
Yeah. Listen, Garrett Cole, remember the thing with the spider tack?
The thing is, it seems like every pitcher was using spider tack, and then the MLB commission kind of messed up because they just banned it outright. What they did is what they should have weaned people off. Because think about it, spider tack is for control. It's not really for velocity. So when you
it though? It's not for velocity.
It's more so for like spin rate and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like how many rotations of the ball.
But listen, that does make a difference.
It does. But think about these guys were used to throwing with spider tack. And something said no more spider tack. So now everyone's way more wild. If they had just weaned people off and eventually phase it out, the game would have been a lot safer.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But the funny thing was, those are my 2 friends.
You have a lot of friends.
I'm doing a podcast. Yes.
They can't hear you.
I'm in a podcast.
They can't hear you, Chris.
You're live right now. Yeah, look. Oh, they can't. Wait, move. Yeah, move this way.
I'll move my big head.
Like right there. Yeah. Bye. Leave.
Oh,
you can't do that. Did they even see that?
I couldn't because you
Yeah,
had me
it's-
move my head.
It's whatever. What was I saying? Damn it.
So it was something about baseball. I want to note though, like this.
Oh no, wait, I know what I was gonna say.
What?
Time out. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go for it.
When the thing happened with the spider attack, Garrett Cole after was like, "All right, I'm gonna show you that I don't need spider attack." Then he ended up
Oh my
that
god.
game. He apparently went crazy and pitched a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
I don't know where that's been now, but let's not
He's
get
like
into
just
that.
crazy in terms of quality because like he'll pitch like really good and like next start will be abysmal. Like
Yeah,
he's
I
just
know.
not consistent. Like when he's on, but when he's off, it's hard to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
This postseason been crazy though because we've had like 2 games go to like 15 innings.
Yeah, I know. What game went to 18?
We talked
innings?
about this. I think it was the Mariners.
No, but now this is another game.
Yeah,
Went
that
to
was
18 innings.
That's insane. And then think about the teams that are in the postseason. Like, dude, the Phillies are in the postseason. Not the Braves, who are the reigning champs, who had over 100 games. Not the Dodgers, who had like 99 wins. Not the Mets, who had 101. The Phillies.
And
The Phillies. And then you guys play the
Padres.
Guardians tonight.
Yeah.
Whoever picked the Guardians and the Phillies to get this far in the postseason or be in the postseason at all?
I don't think anyone did.
No one
to be
did.
honest with you. And again, not a big baseball buff, but I could somewhat hear the names of who's usually making it every year.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but let's get back to like the main thing. Who do you think is gonna win tonight? And whoever wins, do you think they're gonna have a good chance against the Astros? Go.
Okay, well, I would love to see who's pitching for the Yankees. I think Garrett Cole, he pitched last game, so he can't pitch tonight.
They got to be careful with pitching though, too.
Yeah,
because if they do win,
I want to say the rotation. I think it would have to be Nestor Cortez, right? Who's very good. He's like they call him like Nasty Cortez or something like that. I'm gonna have to check the MLB app.
yeah. But just like based on everything you've seen so far, you think that the Yankees are gonna come out? You think the Guardians are? What do you think? I just want the Yankees to win because I'm gonna be biased about it.
Well, I want like I'm not a Mets fan, whatever, but like I'd rather see a New York team win than any other.
No,
team.
listen. That's for the most part. If anyone's part of a New York team, I completely understand that.
Yeah. So pitching. Oh yeah, it is Cortez. I was right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about it with Dante before. He was saying like Cortez, and if they do win tonight, they play the next day. I'm pretty sure.
Let me check.
I'm pretty sure because he was saying to me that if they win tonight, they're automatically going to the next day, and they're going to be down pitchers. The Astros are going to be warmed up. They're going to be ready to go, and it's going to be a slaughter.
So the schedule. What did I just do? I did something crazy.
You're scaring me.
How did I lose that? What did I do?
You're killing me right now.
You're killing me, Smalls. Okay, I found it. Yeah, so today's games is the 4:00 game with the Yankees and the Guardians, and then at 8:00 it's the Phillies and the Padres.
Okay. What about tomorrow though?
Tomorrow's is game 2 of the Phillies and Padres,
And
then tomorrow is the Astros
versus whoever wins.
Yeah, whoever wins.
So again, that's a big factor for both teams.
Mhm.
This honestly, I feel like the series should have been over already, low key.
Well, because you guys have been delayed for a little bit just because of rain delays, and I think this is
it's been prolonged.
Yeah, and then the series is tied 2-2. Like this is game 5. This is as far as it can go.
Exactly. So whoever wins, they are in a rude awakening for the week to come. Because think about it like this: they both rotated through a lot of pitchers. Their batting order, blah blah blah.
Besides, I know you said you're not baseball buff, but besides Garrett Cole and Nestor Cortez, who's like the next big Yankee starting pitcher?
I don't know starter wise, but I know a good reliever. Unless I'm saying it wrong. Clay Holmes.
Wait, actually, this is a really good thing. You know, Aroldis Chapman, he's a closer who's been horrible.
Yes.
So apparently he did not show up to like practice or like the camp or whatever like recently because he noticed he wasn't like on the closing like roster, like they just weren't going to use him.
He's terrible.
Yeah, so he just dipped. He left.
He just didn't.
He didn't go to the practice or a thing, whatever.
He went MIA.
Yeah, basically he's off the grid or whatever.
Good.
Yeah, his thing was just throwing fast. He was a really hard thrower.
It doesn't matter how hard you throw; it's where you throw at the end of the day.
And then
I could throw 110 if I don't hit the catcher's glove in the box. It doesn't mean crap.
Well, the thing is, if you throw 100 and anyone hits it, doesn't have to be like a home run hitter. If they hit it, it's gone because it's 100 miles an hour.
And also, The
He
harder
has
you
no
th-
breaking ball.
the harder you throw it, and if you make contact with it,
Yeah.
it's just you're giving more power to. I don't know if I'm saying it the right way, but
And
I'm
he
pretty sure
definitely
the
has-
harder you throw the ball, it's just gonna make the person at bat gonna hit it back even harder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then he has also a horrible postseason record. And like I said, his curveball or slider, or whatever, it doesn't really break. It doesn't really even move. It's basically just going from 100 to like 89.
You know what I've been like? I just every time I seen Chapman pitch, it's obvious end of the game. He's a closer. Completely understand that, but the game will be close. You see 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, and you're just sitting there sweating. How many times has he done that? And
Yeah.
he's given up a game or two because of it too.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you can't expect every time a closer goes in one to win, but it's especially bad for closer when it's such a close game. If it's like a 2-1 game,
But consistently doing,
Mhm.
listen, I get it. Every game's not gonna be a good game, but if you're consistently doing bad,
well, how much run support do you give him? Like when he comes in, is it like a 2-1 game or a tie game, or is it like, okay, we're slaughtering them, let's just send up Chapman and go home?
I mean, it depends. It's weird. Again, I'm
Because
not.
it's gotta be hard when every time you go into play, the pressure's on because it's a neck and
No,
neck
of
game.
course, but it's just I feel like whenever they put him in, he just messes it up
Yeah.
somehow. Somehow,
Mhm.
it's just crazy. But
I
again,
heard he's not a good person off the field too. Like there's stuff like with him and like his spouse, and like really dark stuff.
if you're throwing 100, then I can only imagine.
I don't think he's.
Well,
I was
I
gonna
don't, not to
really
make it
I
dark,
was gonna
but
make a really dark joke, but let me not.
yeah, how about you don't do that? I'm just gonna say there's stuff going behind the scenes. Throws 100. See how fast.
Oh
that
wait,
fit-
wait. But I think we're wrapping up. But before we do wrap up, this is gonna be a long story. I'm gonna complain.
Oh, you still didn't tell me who you think's gonna win. I say Yankees. The Astros. I think the Astros are beating whoever, but I want to hear what you say. Yankees or Guardians?
I think the Yankees are gonna win because one, Nestor is a very good pitcher, and then I don't think the Guardians really have arms like that. At least ones that are on his level.
All right, fair
All right,
enough.
I'm gonna complain about something. You know what the worst store is ever?
Really random topic, but go right ahead.
Home Depot. Home Depot is the worst store I've ever been in.
I'm guessing you had a bad experience in there, so
I
I'll
went
be
to 3 Home Depots last night.
for what?
Bathroom tiles.
Bathroom tiles
Tiles that I wanted to put in the bathroom.
that you wanted to?
Well, my family wanted to, but of course I get strapped along for the ride.
You don't have to go.
I do. So like,
Wait, this is for the new house, right?
yeah,
Have you guys moved in yet? Or you're about to be?
like our stuff. Half of our stuff is there. Half of our stuff is in our Bronx apartment, and we're gonna be in there by the end of the month.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, like literally, the second the bathroom's done, we're hitting the ground running. We're going in there. But the thing is, okay, so when you walk into Foot Locker specifically,
You'll
what's
never
the first
catch-
thing that happens?
Someone comes up. And says-
Exactly.
someone comes in, helps-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Foot Locker is a store where you need to know 2 things: what sneaker you want, which you already know because you're in Foot Locker, and what shoe size you are.
All right, but you're comparing Foot Locker to Home Depot.
No. But the thing is, you don't need that guy to come up to you. I know they're based off commissions and all that, but you really don't need help in a store like that. You walk into Home Depot, no one helps you. The one store where you'd want someone to help you and like be behind you.
Yeah, because it's a big store. I get it.
Yeah, but then they also have like the least qualified people, and everyone has this compulsion when they walk into Home Depot to wear orange. Why are you wearing orange at Home Depot, dude?
'Cause
Why?
That's their colors.
Who wears orange? Period. But you feel compulsed to wear orange in Home Depot.
All right,
Really
but
wanna look
that's
at
like
someone?
saying why you're going into.
If I showed up to Foot Locker with a referee shirt, you'd be like, dude, why are you dressed like that in Foot Locker of all places?
I mean, they do it like that because they want to. I'm guessing they're implementing there that you're more there for sportswear, basketball shoes, all that stuff, blah blah blah, running.
No. I'm talking about like random civilians, people who are shopping, not
That's just the
workers.
uniform.
No.
Oh wait, you're talking about.
Yes, people just feel like dressing up in orange when they go to that store for no reason. They don't work there.
All right, I'm gonna say that I'm thinking about this because I definitely seen it before. Some people are on the job doing work. They need to go out and get supplies. Maybe that's their company's uniform that they're wearing.
How many companies you know wear orange?
Construction companies. What if they need some like construction
But
companies?
then
What
they
if they're building
They also
something?
do this where they'll have stuff on display, but they won't have it in the store. They did this where if they don't sell enough of something, they sell it actually back to the vendor. They sell back to wherever they bought it from. They buy it from somewhere else. So they were like, yes, we do technically have it in the store, but it's already on the selling list, so we can't sell it to you.
Then what's that?
So, but the thing is still on display. So it's still online. And online, it says they have whatever that is in stock.
So you went to 3 Home
I
Depots.
went
Now
to 3. I went to one in
you
New
went to-
Rochelle, Port Chester.
Portchester.
Yes, dude. This is like 9 o'clock at night.
Just go the next morning at that point. Just go to the next day.
I don't have time like that. Like this needs to be done now.
That's terrible.
Yeah, and they're the least helpful people. When you do finally find someone, it's like the least qualified person.
I'm just thinking because Dante works at Home Depot and he doesn't even work.
Yeah, bro. Like
he told me, he goes, I go there, sit in my car, and that's it.
yeah, like if you ask someone for help, they're like, "Oh, let me come right back." They never come back.
No, like Dante works outside, so he goes to me. He's like, "Bro, I get paid to sit in my car. They don't check." I'm not saying like he's a bad worker.
You probably should have used a different name for that.
It's not Dante. It's my friend
Jonte.
Dante. Yeah.
Jonte.
Nah, Dante. If you're watching this, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, Dante.
Dante, if I ask you for help and you just disappear and I find you in your car in the parking lot afterwards.
No, he's not inside. He's outside pushing carts anyway. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's outside anyway. But when it's cold, he just sits in his car, takes a nap, he gets paid, blah blah blah. Listen, you get paid to sit in your car.
I wish I had that job.
I wish I had that job too, honestly. You think I'd be working in a restaurant? Please.
What are you, busboy?
I am low man on the totem pole. Let's just put it like that.
So busboy?
Yeah. There you go. It's fun. Love cleaning dishes. Love cleaning up after people. Just don't do it in my house. Though.
I was gonna say, do you ever come home from work and it's like, Chris, go do the dishes?
No, like
it's like
sometimes I can't go out to dinner anymore without grabbing plates and giving it to the busboy for them.
Oh, because like sympathy and like you know how it is.
It's not well that and also instinct. Like I went to dinner like at the restaurant I worked at. I organized everything on the table already and I couldn't sit still. Then I'll tell you a quick little short story, then we'll end it right there.
Yeah.
Talk about just work. When you work at a place, I feel like there's a lot of ethical respect. So I guess Home Depot, like the workers there, blah, blah, blah. Like they'll understand when they go to other places, like how everything works. When you work in a restaurant, it's a lot of people skills, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of like, you respect the work. Cause say if people tip me when I go out to eat,
you're pushing it forward. You know,
I want to tip, like I would tip the busboy too.
Mm-hmm.
Like not only the waiter, like whoever helped me, if I felt like they did a good job, I'll do that. If I don't deserve it, then I don't deserve it.
Have you ever been like, that guy don't deserve a tip? Or like he doesn't deserve a
I'm not going into that. But anyway, I went with my grandparents one night. We just went or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, again, my instinct, like it was bothering me that I had to I felt like I couldn't sit still. And some lady, they were sitting there. They come in all the time too. Let's just say she had a little too much to drink and she fell over. Now, and I'm hearing them, they're being loud the whole time, blah, blah, blah. They're being a little obnoxious because they were there all day, a funeral. Like, I get it. You're going to drink, someone died. Then I just look up and I see the ladies on the floor. So I got up, I ran right over there and I just helped the lady up. I'm like, I feel like I'm working right now. Then these 2 ladies with me, oh, that was so nice of you. I'm like, yeah, it's just, I'm like, I'm not, I work here. I'm just not working today. So it was like an instinct thing for me. And they're like, wow, like, I'm going to talk to your manager about it, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, I did it off instinct too. And that's just how I think it's just
instinct because like you saw someone fall over and help.
Well, it was just in a restaurant. I was in my own restaurant too. So it was just.
So you're like, your mind's like restaurant mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I couldn't sit still. Like I saw people, the regulars coming all the time. I was going up to the tables. Well, my grandparents were like, you should run for mayor. I'm like, that will never happen. That will never happen.
Probably be better than Cuomo.
On that note, we're gonna end for today. If anyone has any topics that they would like for us to bring up, say it in the comments. We're gonna look over the comments. Please leave a like, and we'll see you guys next week.
Chat went crazy.
Did it really?
Well, it's just two people that we know.
Who is it?
We're
supposed to be reading the chats as we do this. Just realize
we're not used to people being in the chat.
Who's in it?
It's Ava, and then it's
Thomas?
David.
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
Oh, bye guys.
Bye. Bye.